These are the 9 mistakes that start your cruise off wrong, and how to avoid every one of them. We're talking embarkation day decisions that create avoidable stress before you even leave the port. If this helps you out, hit like and subscribe so you never miss a video. We cover tips like this every week in our free Port Day Passport newsletter. The link is in the description if you want more. Stay to the end. The last mistake is the one most cruisers don't realize until day 3. Let's get into it, starting with a timing mistake that happens before you even reach the terminal. Arriving at the cruise terminal without a plan often leads to frustration and extra costs. Ports now enforce strict port arrival times called PAT, and nearly 1 in 5 guests miss their window. 13% show up too early, and 9% arrive too late. If you arrive more than 15 minutes before your PAT, you may end up waiting in a lounge, unable to check bags or board. Arrive late, and a $25 to $50 fee or denied boarding becomes a real risk. Gates at major ports such as Miami and Canaveral close just 15 minutes after your PAT. The smart move is to confirm your PAT, then aim to reach the terminal 30 minutes before your window and build in a 60 to 90 minute buffer for traffic and parking. For airport transfers, 2 hours is safest. This timing strategy avoids late fees, idle waits, and the stress of missing out. Number 2, temptation. You might pack a big roller bag or toss everything into a random tote, thinking you will reorganize later. Security concerns are real. Security stops nearly 6% of guests for bag issues. Most flags are for oversized liquids, 38%, or for sharp objects, 24%. Overstuffed or oversized bags larger than 22 by 14 by 9 inches get pulled for secondary screening, slowing you down and risking a fee of $25 to $75. Prohibited items can mean you will be forced to repack or even discard belongings at the curb, adding stress and delay. Practical fix. Use a soft-sided carry-on that fits the 22 by 14 by 9 inch rule. Stick to travel-sized toiletries, no bottles over 100 milliliters, all in a clear quart bag. Keep medications, travel documents, and a phone charger in an easy-access pocket. Place sharp items and large liquids in checked luggage only. Anxiety reset. If you do nothing else, pack a single compliant backpack with your ID, medications, and phone. Real-life example. A traveler with a compact duffel breezes through security, while another spends 15 minutes repacking full-size shampoo and nail scissors at the checkpoint. Next, even with the perfect bag, heading straight to your cabin before it is ready can waste your first hour on board. Number 3, heading straight to your cabin before it is ready is a common temptation. Cabins are usually locked for cleaning and inspection. Most ships do not activate key cards until 30 to 90 minutes after the first boarding call. On larger ships, waits tend to run toward the longer end. This early rush clogs the hallways with up to 42% of guests crowding corridors and slowing down both crew and fellow passengers. A practical fix is to pause in the main lobby or the designated waiting lounge. Most cruise lines now send a push notification or text alert as soon as your cabin is ready. Use that time to explore the atrium, grab a welcome drink, or check the ship's app for orientation tips. If you do nothing else, wait for the official cabin-ready message before heading to your room. This keeps hallways clear and lets the crew finish preparing your space. A real-life example, a traveler who waits in the lounge receives a phone alert, walks calmly to their freshly cleaned cabin, and skips the crowd entirely. Next, the safety muster drill is coming up, and skipping it can cost you more than just peace of mind. Number 4, skipping the muster drill orientation. Temptation, skip the muster drill, thinking you already know the safety routine or can catch up later. Hidden downside, the muster drill is a legal requirement under the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea. Missing it means you could lose $50 to $100 in onboard credit, have your cruise privileges restricted, or even be denied reboarding on future sailings. Most cruise lines log attendance digitally, and non-compliance is tracked and enforced. Practical fix: mark the muster drill time in your calendar as soon as you board. Use the ship's app to find your muster station, usually highlighted in green. The drill takes less than 20 minutes and is scheduled within the first 2 hours after embarkation. Anxiety reset: if you do nothing else, treat the muster drill as a non-negotiable 15-minute appointment. Attend promptly, check in with crew, and you are free to enjoy the rest of the day without worry. Realistic example: a guest who attends the drill right away keeps their on-board credit and avoids any late-day stress, while another who skips it has to attend a repeat session and misses early reservations. Next, with the drill out of the way, you are clear to book specialty dining, excursions, and spa deals before the best slots are gone. Temptation: step on board and wander, grab a coffee, take photos, or just relax, thinking there is plenty of time to book dining, excursions, or spa deals later. Hidden downside: the ship's best experiences are released in batches right after embarkation. By 12:35 p.m., 68% of specialty dining seats and 70% of shore excursion slots are already taken. Popular spa treatments and prime dinner times disappear fast, leaving late bookers with leftovers or nothing at all. Practical fix: as soon as the muster drill clears, log into the cruise app, ideally 15 minutes before the first call. Enable push notifications for instant deal alerts. Book your top dining, spa, and excursion picks in the first 30 minutes on board. Have your loyalty number and payment ready to save time. Anxiety reset: if you do nothing else, block out a half hour after boarding just for reservations. That single window secures the best meals, tours, and treatments for the entire trip. Realistic example: a family who books dinner and an island snorkel tour before lunch enjoys stress-free days, while another waits until after the buffet and finds every prime slot gone. Next, with bookings handled, it is time to think about where you will eat, because heading straight to the main buffet can mean long lines and early frustration. The main buffet draws crowds fast on embarkation day. Within the first 2 hours, lines can stretch 25 to 35 minutes, and tables fill up just as quickly. Survey results reveal that starting a cruise with a crowded buffet leads to a 20% drop in dining satisfaction for the rest of the trip. The noise, long waits, and rushed staff can sap energy before the vacation even begins. Choosing a specialty cafe, atrium coffee bar, or grab-and-go counter instead often means a shorter wait and a calmer atmosphere. Some ships offer a sit-down breakfast club for a small fee, guaranteeing a table and a relaxed start. Waiting at least 45 minutes before heading to the buffet lets the initial surge pass. A quiet coffee or pastry in a smaller venue can set a relaxed tone and make the rest of the day smoother. Wandering a cruise ship without a plan often means losing 18 minutes just trying to find the pool, the theater, or a favorite restaurant. Get oriented early. That time adds up, leading to missed activities and early fatigue before the first evening even begins. Ships now offer interactive map tools and color-coded signage, which can cut navigation time by 30%. Downloading the ship's map before boarding and pinning 3 key spots, the pool, the main theater, and a preferred restaurant, keeps the day on track. Many guests use the app's Find Me feature to reach the pool in minutes, securing a prime spot before the crowds arrive. Others, relying on casual wandering, end up lost between decks and miss out on early events. Crew-led welcome walks also highlight shortcuts, making it easier to settle in and save energy for the rest of the cruise. Number 8. Overpacking the first day schedule. Temptation: fill the first day with every show, tour, and activity, thinking you will make the most of your time on board. Hidden downside: fatigue spikes after the third booked activity, according to diary studies and wearable tracker data. Guests who schedule more than 3 high-engagement events on day 1 see a 35% drop in participation at evening celebrations and a 22% lower satisfaction score. Decision fatigue sets in early, making even simple choices like where to eat feel overwhelming by late afternoon. Practical fix. Use the 3-priority rule. Pick just 3 must-do experiences for embarkation day, such as a specialty dinner, a shore excursion, and a spa treatment. Schedule at least 1 buffer hour between each booking for rest or spontaneous fun. Leave 2 to 3 hours open before sail away to recharge. Anxiety reset. If you do nothing else, block out a free hour in the afternoon and resist the urge to fill every slot. A lighter schedule means more energy for the evening's main events. Realistic example: a traveler who limits bookings to 3 core activities and takes a mid-afternoon break enjoys the sail away party fully, while another who overpacks the day skips the celebration out of exhaustion. Next, even a well-paced day can unravel if you do not manage your energy before the first night festivities. Number 9. Exhausting yourself before sail away. Temptation: power through every event, skip breaks, and try to squeeze in 1 more activity before sail away, thinking you can rest later. Hidden downside: wearable trackers show most guests get just 5.2 hours of sleep before embarkation, and a busy first day leads to a 28% drop in sail-away attendance. By evening, energy crashes make it hard to enjoy the celebration or the first night dinner. Practical fix: treat 4 to 6 in the afternoon as a personal power-down window. Finish high-energy plans by 3:30 in the afternoon, drink at least 2 liters of water, and schedule a 20-minute nap in your cabin or a quiet lounge. Many ships now offer nap pods or wellness spaces for this purpose. Anxiety reset: if you do nothing else, block a half hour to rest and hydrate before sail away. This simple step preserves your energy for the evening and sets a calmer tone for the rest of the cruise. Realistic example: a traveler who pauses for a nap and a big glass of water arrives at the sail away relaxed and ready to celebrate, while another who skips rest spends the evening fighting fatigue. Next, for more embarkation day tips, download the free Port Day Passport newsletter, and do not forget to like and subscribe for future stress-saving cruise advice. Across all 9 first-day stressors, one pattern stands out: small, early choices ripple through your entire cruise. Every avoidable mistake has a calm, practical fix, no drama required. Start steady, and smoother days follow. If you do nothing else, remember your vacation pace is set before you ever leave port. Thanks for watching. If you want a little help making the day smoother, we've linked our recommended local tours in the description below. And the next cruise port guide is on screen. Click that and let's plan your next stop.